Ghosting and no contact can appear very similar. However, there are differences between the two behaviours. While both ghosting and no contact can involve the sudden end of a relationship, the sudden cut off from any form of communication, suddenly being blocked, sudden disappearance, they are motivated by different factors and they have different impacts on people that are involved. When it comes to a narcissistic individual and their ghosting, it's a manipulative tactic that they frequently use to control and to punish their victims. When a narcissistic individual goes all out to ghost someone, they abruptly cut off all forms of communication without any explanation. This can occur after a period of idolization, making it especially confusing and hurtful for their victim. The narcissist uses ghosting so that they can remain in control, to assert their dominance over their victim's emotions. The key characteristics of a narcissist ghosting are emotional manipulation. The narcissist will often ghost their victim to make their victim feel like they've been abandoned, make their victim feel unimportant or desperate for validation. They ghost so that they can play the victim. They often justify their absence by blaming their victim for the narcissist's wrongdoings and the narcissist's mistakes. They ghost to give no closure. The ghosting is typically unexplained, leaving the victim confused and emotionally unsettled, unsure of what is happening. Narcissistic individuals can simply ghost to get that ego boost. Narcissists ghost to create emotional turmoil in their victim, feeding off the power they gain by having their victim come and chase after them to try and figure out what went wrong. When it comes to no contact by a victim of a narcissist, no contact is a conscious and a deliberate decision made by a victim of a narcissist to protect themselves from further harm and further abuse after recognizing the toxic behavior. A victim initiates no contact in order to sever ties, to heal, to regain control of their own emotional well-being. It's a healthy boundary setting strategy that aims to break the cycle of manipulation and avoid further harm. The key characteristics of no contact are self-preservation. Victims choose to cut ties in order to protect their mental health and emotional stability after being abused and manipulated by a narcissistic individual. And things like empowerment, unlike ghosting, no contact is a conscious decision so that the victim can regain control over their lives. It's not a tactic to manipulate somebody else. There's clear intent. No contact is done for the purpose of healing and breaking free from a toxic individual. It involves blocking the narcissist on social media, on phones, on emails to avoid any form of communication. It gives the victim that healing space to recover, regain self-esteem, rebuild their life away from the toxic narcissist influence. The key differences are control. Ghosting is a tool used by narcissists to control and to destabilize their victim, whereby no contact is a form of self-control by a victim to protect themselves and regain their sense of identity. There's the motivation. Narcissists ghost to manipulate, punish or control their victim, whereas no contact is a protective measure by a victim to end the relationship and to stop all the abuse. When it comes to the outcome, ghosting leaves the victim confused, hurt and seeking closure, while no contact empowers the victim to move forward and heal from the abuse. While both ghosting and no contact involve a lack of communication, they serve completely different purposes. Ghosting is about manipulation and control, while no contact is about self-empowerment to escape a narcissist toxic influence.